What's up, everybody? Josh Shanley with eXp Realty. It's Texting Tuesday, and we're going to dive into campaigning with content. This is a topic that we've talked about in the past. In fact, you can probably go onto my YouTube channel and find some other examples of this concept of campaigning with content. And I'll dive into what that means if you're not sure. You know, it's kind of like a little bit nebulous. I'll dive into what that means, and we're going to give you a real-world example of how we can campaign with content to bring us ready, willing, and able clients who are already predisposed to doing business with us, to buying or selling, or both, buying or selling real estate with us as their preferred professional of choice. Now, before we get started, do me a huge favor. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button or the heart. Also, please comment below if you're excited and you're ready to learn about how you can campaign with content. If you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Make sure that you smash the bell to be notified of new live sessions like this, and also hit the like button or the heart button on the video itself. And if you're watching on LinkedIn, hit that like button or maybe the light bulb. So also, lastly, you definitely want to check out the resources that you'll find above or below in the description, including one resource that you can get a free trial of that I'm going to refer to and use as part of our campaigning with content here today. It's a platform called Listings to Leads. Also hosting a free class that you definitely want to check out. And if you'd like more information about how you can get free coaching, training, and mentorship from me and my organization, go to growwithjosh.com/chat. Okay, let's dive in. So campaigning with content, what does that mean? For me, what that means is creating content, whether it be video, blog, or PDF, or some combination thereof, that you then use and you send by email, by text message. You can create, in fact, this morning I was creating YouTube ad campaigns to get more eyeballs on my content. And this afternoon, I'll be creating Facebook ad campaigns to get more eyeballs on the content. The example that we're going to use, it's actually a two-piece content. It's a short video teaser, okay? And then an actual PDF report that interested home sellers, in this case, in my marketplace, can request a copy of, okay? I call that a Texas two-step approach. So, and what you're going to get, just for watching this, what you're going to get, I'm going to give you the video script. And as I mentioned, if you use the link down here, you can get a free 21-day trial with Listings to Leads. And Listings to Leads, I think it's one of the best, the absolute best bargains available for us as far as a service. I would recommend that you use it, if for no other reason than the PDF guides that you can brand for yourself. They're extremely valuable. So let's do this first. Vern, good morning. Thanks for that. Let's do this first. I'm going to go to screen share here. And I'm going to bring up Listings to Leads so you can see. Again, if you go to growwithjosh.com/L2L, it should be scrolling across the bottom as well. If you go to that link, you can get a free 21-day trial. So I want to share with you the report. I want to share with you the report that was the inspiration for the video that I'm using for this campaigning with content concept. So when you log into, you get your free account and you log into the dashboard. When you go to PDF guides, they actually have 50 PDF guides, 25 buyer and 25 seller, that you can use with this concept of campaigning with content. And there's lots of ways that you can use it. And in this scenario, I'm using this report with the 5 dangers of overpricing your home. And so I used that report as the inspiration to create this video, which I'm going to play now for you. thinking about selling your home here in Central PA in 2022, now is still a great time to sell with home prices up nearly 10% year over year. But there are still some mistakes you need to avoid in order to maximize your equity. And one of the best or worst ways to mess up your home sale is by overpricing it and missing out on a competing multiple offer situation. When that happens, it means you're almost certainly leaving money on the table. So go ahead and click the link or button below to get your free copy of our PDF guide outlining 5 dangers of overpricing your home. An aggressively high list price may be appealing, but there is risk involved. So to learn how to avoid those risks, just click the link or the button below to get the free report now to learn the 5 dangers you face when overpricing your home here in Central PA. Okay, if you're thinking about selling. Now, the guide is, I'll give you an example of what it looks like. Let's see here. So the guide, it comes out to 7 or 8 pages, okay? And it's really good information. It's really good information, and it's all branded to me. In fact, I'll download a copy, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is, and it's, you see how nicely and easily it is branded, and I really, all I had to do was, when you use the link to sign up for your trial, you put your information in, you choose your branded color scheme and so forth, and any of these reports, they will automatically be branded to you. But let's take a step back. So we're using the guide as inspiration, as something of value that we can provide to interested people in our database. Or as I said, this is a great strategy to use to build your database in addition to that. What if you're not comfortable getting on video? Well, number one, I would encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. Number two, you can use the same script that I used in that video. You can use that with text. You could create a text-based post. You could use that to create a long-form text-based email and still use that same methodology or that same language or that same script. Okay? Now, we've got all of this together. How are we actually going to do some of this? So I'm going to show you a couple of different things. Here. So I'm going to go over to KV Core, and I almost forgot to share my screen. I'm going to go over to KV Core, and I'm going to build a list of prospects that I am going to send this message to by email, and I'll also do some of it by text message as well. But I'm going to start by doing it by email. So I'm going to filter. I'm going to try to anyway. And I'm going to choose prospect, new lead, active lead. And I'm going to choose seller. And I'm going to choose has email subscribed. And then I'm going to save these filters. I'm going to go seller, lead, email subscribed. And the date is 1/11/21. I'll make this so I actually can read the date. I'm going to save that new filter. And now I'm going to go into my marketing platform. And I'm going to click scheduled mass emails. And I'm going to create an email that's going to go out to this list. So I did schedule mass email, and then I clicked schedule email. By the way, you can do this on virtually any platform that you're using. If you're using LionDesk, if you're using Wise Agent, if you're using GetResponse, if you're using Follow Up Boss, if you're using whatever platform you're using, there is likely a way for you to do this, perform this function. So I found my list. That's the list that I have here. I'm going to choose this to go out. Now, I'm actually going to choose, I want this to go out at a time that is optimal, that I know it's going to get a high open rate. And so I'm going to choose 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for this email to go out, And I haven't created a template or anything. So I'm gonna use the advanced editor, and I'll show you why in a minute because I've got a video. If I didn't have a video, if I was just taking the script and I was going to do a text-based message, I would just use this plain text editor version here. And the subject line, okay? So the subject line in email is critically important because if they, if your email doesn't get opened, it's as though it doesn't exist, right? And to get open, we've got to create some curiosity in their mind. Um, uh, and I'm gonna put their first name because I always like to put their first name. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to do that in this case. I'm going to say 5 dangers. Um, avoid the 5 dangers of overpricing your home here in Central PA. And now, and I may play with that. That's just like my first thought of that. I'm going to go advanced editor. We're going to do a text box. We're going to do a video box. And then we're going to do a text box. Okay. And I'm going to say morning, first name. If you're thinking about selling your home here in Central PA in 2022, there are some you know what? I'm just going to go with this. If you're thinking about selling your home here in 2022, you should check out this short video and then let us know if you'd like a copy of the PDF report. And I'm going to add the URL, the video URL. So I've got the URL right here. Look at that. My man Mike made me a fancy thumbnail, Canva. Oh, no. I messed that up. I made the background. I like it to be black, and I like Verdana as my my font. For some reason, it always wants to go back to that. Okay. So I've got the video there, and now I've got to kind of summarize. You know what? Actually, if you're thinking about selling, I just want them to watch the video. Yeah, I just want them to watch the video. So I might just say, thanks, Josh, because I'm going to have my full super signature below as well. And I want to make sure that the font and everything, that the font and everything is matching. And I'm going to include my assigned agent signature, which is our super signature. We've talked about that in past sessions. And I'm going to go ahead and schedule that. There you have it. So that should, did it schedule? Okay. If I close out, I hope it's, let's see here. Did it actually work? I hope it didn't do that work for nothing, but if not, it didn't take too long. And then what I'll do is I'll show you how we would use this as a text message as well. Pretty simple and straightforward. Okay, it did actually schedule. And you know what? I could edit that. I'm going to make this shorter. I'm going to say, yeah, I want to lead with the number at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and edit that. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go back over to the CRM here. And I'm going to clear the filters. And we're going to do a new filter here. We'll go these same. Contact seller. Has phone. Subscribed. Apply. And oh, I chose the wrong thing. No phone. I need to reapply. I was wondering why there were no cell phones there. And then I'm going to go, we're going to go 250 to a row. And I'm going to go to the oldest. I'm going to switch our sorting. We'll go oldest first. Once this loads up. By the way, if you have any questions, thoughts, or ideas with any of this, please don't hesitate to ask. Use the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are, and what isn't isn't clear about any of this. This is an incredibly powerful way to build your know, like, and trust factor with your prospects, to ensure that when they hit a tipping point, you will be their preferred, agent of choice to help them with the sale of their property. Okay, so I'm going to select all here. We're going to do a mass text. Thinking about selling in 2022. Watch this short video with 5 to avoid the 5 dangers of overpricing. And I'm going to get the shortest URL possible. So if I go in YouTube, if you go to the share link, this link up here is kind of a longer one, but if you grab this one, this is the shorter. It's youtube.be blah blah blah, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. Thanks, Josh. EXP Realty. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. Let that rip. Go to page 2. So in this one, I'm not looking for them to respond, right? In a lot of our Texting Tuesdays, we're using scripts and messaging that is designed to get them to respond. This is more, to build authority and trust and and likability, and position me as the go-to solution for when they're ready to sell. So will we get some people that respond? Absolutely. We'll get some people that say stop or unsubscribe or quit, or I'll probably get some people swearing at me. That's okay. I'm not looking for the people that are annoyed. I'm looking for the people that that I resonate with, that I have a connection with, that are picking up what I'm putting down, if if you know what I mean. So yeah, so I'm going to go through. I'm going to send one to this one last group, and then I'll pop back over, see if we have any questions or comments. And I'm going to challenge you to, if you can get into the habit of twice a month, to create content like this, with this idea of campaigning with content. And quite honestly, listings to leads, as I mentioned, If you go to growwithjosh.com/L2L, growwithjosh.com/L2L, it should also be scrolling across the bottom. Get a free 21-day trial. It's $40 a month. I'm telling you, this is one of the best values that exists in our industry. And with it, with listings to leads, you could do one of these seller guides per month and one of the buyer guides per month. And then you've got your 2 pieces of content per month. You can create a little video around the content, or you can just send it out. Just send out the PDF, and you're creating value, you're creating goodwill, and you're creating a sense of reciprocity. Because when you do something for people, they are, they're going to want to reciprocate. They're going to want to give you an opportunity, when they are ready to go. Okay, so same procedure if it was a Facebook Live video. 100% yes, 100% yes. That's a great question. Same procedure. I would use the same script. Because it's short. I don't know that there would be a huge benefit of doing it as a live video versus pre-recording it. I intentionally made mine a minute or 60 seconds so that when I run my ad, I can run it also on Instagram and some of the other platforms that placements that require that the video be a minute or less, because I wanted to get maximum I wanted to get maximum leverage from the video, and be able to maximize the exposure with that. I'm going to take this a step farther. And one of the things that we're going to do using that as a lead generation methodology is, if someone requests the report, not only will we send them a digital copy, but we will use my friends over at thanks.io, which I absolutely love. We will use them to send them a physical copy like this. You can get a free account with them at growwithjosh.com/thanks. We'll send them a physical copy of the report as well. And what that does is that differentiates you in your market, because there are likely very few of your competitors that are going to go to those lengths. And it just makes it you the logical choice. I was actually on a call with an agent in Scottsdale, and he was telling me how competitive it is. And if you're in a market like that, you have to find as many ways possible to differentiate yourself. And when you're the one that's willing and able to do the work that others aren't, that's a great way to differentiate yourself. Okay, so to come in for a landing here, get a free trial. Check it out. growwithjosh.com/L2L. Check out the guides. Check out the platform. It does way more than just that, right? But that alone makes it worth the investment. Number 2, check out the other resources that you'll find above or below the video in the description. Number 3, actually take action on this idea and share. Here's my challenge. I want you to share in the comments or post into the group if you're watching in our Facebook group. When you actually do this, if you create a video, share the video. If you create an email, a long form email content or a long form social media post using it, please share that, so it is inspiration to others to do that as well. And we want to see that. Great question here. Do we need to use our phone vertical for the Instagram post? You do not. You do not. You can edit that right in. You can kind of you can format and crop it right in Facebook. So it's not the worst idea to do that way. In this case, obviously, I didn't do it that way because I wanted to also use it on YouTube, and I wanted it to format that way and have a nice cover photo, or is it cover photo? Thumbnail, etc. But you can edit it right in Facebook and Instagram. Okay. As always, if there's anything at all we can do to help or support you, please don't hesitate to ask. My main man, my director of ops, Mike, will get the scripting and all of that in the description above or below as well. And we'll be back next week. As always, we've got some great other free training classes this week. And if you'd like to chat about partnering with us and getting free coaching, training, and mentorship from myself and my organization, so we can help you absolutely, exponentially grow and scale your business. You can go to growwithjosh.com/chat. I would love to chat with you. Make it a great rest of the week, and hopefully talk soon.